So let's continue now our discussion. Okay, so going back in here, so uh, in here, if the product between temp1 and temp2 exceeds 2.5, okay, let's say 2 times 2, wherein it is now true, so it's now 4 degrees, so it's now more than 2.5. So we have to calculate error as temp1 minus temp2 times factor. So factor here is the you know multiplication value or multiplied value of your temp1 and temp2, because we're getting the factors of those two values. So 2 times 2, I mean 2 minus 2 is 0 times uh, to your factor. So any number that is multiplied with 0 is 0. So that is why we'll give a 0 right here. So let me change this one into 3 times 2 instead. So that 3 minus 2 is 1 times the factor of this 1, which is 3 times 2 is 6. So 1 times 6 is 6. Okay. However, if it doesn't exceed the 2.5, say 1 times 2, which is 2 only, okay, so it will give us a result of 0. Well, initially it will not do anything since it didn't mention in the exercise, but I just put here equal to 0 if it's false. Okay, so the program for that one is this one. So in here, I've declared two variables as decimal, and then just pass the value of your text box 1 and text box 2 onto our temp1 and temp2. And then here's now where the comparison will be coming. So if temp1 times temp2 is greater than 2.5, so it exceeds 2.5, then this one will be executed. So temp1 minus temp2, which came from here, times the factor, which is temp1 times temp2. Okay. Else, if this is not true, then it will execute this statement right here. Okay. So are we clear so far? Okay, good. Only one. So as you guys can see, it's just a matter of putting the correct syntax, putting the correct naming variable. So the first thing that you need to do is, of course, declare a variable using dim. Okay, and then what type of variable is that? And then what are the comparisons that you need to do? Okay, and then what are the statements that you need to execute? And if it's false, what are you going to do? Okay, what are you going to display, etc., etc. All right. So yeah, that's it for exercise number 6. And then for the number 7, if x is greater than y and z is less than 20, display the value of num using message box. Okay, so let me just show this one to you guys again. Exercise number 7. All right, so if this is true, x is greater than y and z is less than 20, then what is that? Then display the value of num using message box. Where is our num? Okay, so we're going to put the value of num right here. However, if it's this one is false, then let me see what I did in here. So I put here the condition were not met. Okay, that's what I have put in here. So let's try this program. So 5 is greater than 3 and 10 is less than 20. So this num right here should be displayed inside the message box, which is now this one, which is true. Okay. However, if this is false, let's say 10, no, 2. 2 is greater than 3, which is already false. This one is true, but since this one is already false, then the entire statement is already false. Okay. So if I click verify, it will give us a result the condition were not met. Okay, so yeah, simple as that. So it's just basically on how you will follow the condition right here. Okay, and then what uh, is the statement that you need to display if that is true. Okay, so are we clear so far for the exercise number 7? Okay, so I guess there's now only one who is listening. Anyway, so I hope the others will be able to catch up. All right, so we have another example right here, which is named the sample problem number 7. So write a program that allows the user to input an integer. If the value is greater than or equal to 0, print the word positive, otherwise it is negative number, print the word negative. So we actually have already created this one on the like, yeah, exercise number 1. Yeah, right here. Exercise, I mean sample problem number 1. It's just that in here we have a different syntax. Okay, so as you guys can see, we are now using the complete syntax of the if statement. So if this is true, if x is greater than or equal to 0, then it will display positive. Okay, and one more thing, it's also using this complete name of the message box that show, which is just the same with msgbox. So they are just the same. Okay, so the same with this one. Okay, if this is true, then this will be executed. If this is false, then this will be executed. Okay, but in our case before, we just created two conditions, one for the positive and then one for the negative. But of course, you can also do this one using one if statement, okay, which will give you the same result, of course. So I'll not show this one to you guys anymore since we have already finished this one. And for the sample problem number 8, you've been hired as a programmer by SFT, Sanding Field Telecoms, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's just move on the, uh, what do you call this one? Finish product. Okay, so in here, we have the number of text messages. Say initially you have consumed 150 text messages. Okay, and then we have a note right here wherein saying that the first 100 text is free. So succeeding text is charged 50 centavos. So in here, 150 minus 100 is 50. So multiplied it to 0.50 cents. So it will give you a result of 25 pesos. Okay. So how do you do this one? So we have the code right here. So we have declared two variables. Okay, for the short and then single. And then in here we are passing the variable, uh, I mean the text, but the value of text box 1 into variable and text. And then this is now where we are going to compare how many text messages have you used. Okay. So in here, we have this computation. If n text is greater than 100, meaning that you have already exceeded the free 100 text, then this will be computed. So n text minus 100 times 0.5. Whatever is the result, it will be displayed on our text box to that text. Okay. So notice that we have format in here, which is via currency. So if you don't know this one yet, so it's just a way on how to uh, show the word PHP right here at the same time the two decimals. So you must visit the uh, so I don't know what slide is that, but maybe around 80 slides of the module 7. So I discuss everything in there when it comes to currency. Okay, on how to display PHP, how to get the two decimals only, how to get three decimals, etc. etc. Okay, and if this is false, then of course it will just display 0 because you didn't exceed 100. You're still using the free promo of that telecom. Okay. And then we have another sample problem right here. Sample problem number 9. You were hired as a programmer by TNP, Telepono ng Pilipino Phone Company. TNP employs a metering scheme in computing the telephone bill. The metering scheme is as follows. So in here we have three types of billing. So one type of billing is 7 and pesos and 50 centavos. Another one is 5 pesos. And then the other one is 3 pesos. So each of them has their own condition. So this will be charged if if you're calling someone, okay, on weekdays between 6 a.m. to 6:59 p.m. Okay, and other times during a weekday, so that is 6:50, 6:59. That would be 7 p.m. to 5:59 a.m. Okay, which will will charge you 5 pesos. And then anytime on weekend, so that's Saturday and Sunday, it will charge you 3 pesos per minute. Okay, so here are the instructions on how to do the program. So you're going to need a daytime picker for date, and then another daytime picker for time, and what else? And then another condition we're in saying that if you have consumed 2 minutes and 35 seconds, it is already considered as 3-minute call. Okay, so this will be rounded. So even though it's 2 minutes and 1 second, that's actually already considered as 3-minute call. Okay, that's the concept of this one. And here's the sample output. Okay, so this is where you're going to choose, is it weekdays, is it weekend, and then the time. Okay, is it during daytime or is it during nighttime? So each of those conditions comes with a different charges, and then how many minutes you have called. Okay, so and then after that the computed value will be displayed in here. So we have the sample code of this one. So let me just see if I was able to create this one. Okay, let's stop this one for now. Sample problem number 9. Okay, there you go. Oops. All right. So in here, let's make our call in daytime. Daytime weekdays, let's say March 17, which is currently Wednesday. And then daytime time of call. Let's make this once 8 a.m. or 8:46 a.m. And then let's say 5 minutes of call. So you will charge 7 pesos and 50 centavos. Yeah, 7 pesos and 50 centavos per minute. So 750 times 5 will give us a result of 37.50. So if it's 50 minutes, it will give us 375. 34 minutes will give us 255. Okay, so if it's during night time, okay, which is let's say 8:46 p.m. and 34 minutes, so 34 times 5 pesos will give us 500, 5, 10, 15, 17, 170 pesos. Yeah, there you go. So 170. Okay. And then during weekends, anytime during weekend, Saturday and Sunday, so 34 times 3 will give us 102 pesos. Yeah, 102. So yeah, that's how this program work. And for the code, the only one that I program is the compute button. So I did declare three variables for the prices. So regular call for which is equal to 7.5. Weekend call is 3 pesos. Weekend and what is this? Weekdays call. This one is the night time. Okay, which is 5 pesos. And then the ID, I time, I duration, and then T call bill, which will be used for this uh, program right here, or the comparison. Okay, so in here we have this comparison for the daytime, nighttime, the duration, etc. etc. Okay, well, everything is in here, right here. So you can just copy this one and then paste and then just fix some errors if there is, and then try to modify to make some changes, you know. So yeah, just study this one out to make this one work. Okay, so and then whatever is the bill is being converted uh, into 2.00 or two decimals. Okay, and then at the same time it will give us a unit or label of PHP. Okay, that's the work of this currency right here. All right, so yeah, that's it for this sample problem number 9. Did you guys get the idea? So that's okay if you haven't get this one yet. So uh, that's what programming is. Okay, you don't really get it at first, but once you have understood how the syntaxes, how uh, the computer work, etc., etc., you will know later on that this one is quite useful and amazing and then exciting, okay? Especially if your code is working. All right, so yeah, you can always start with the basics before jumping into something like this, which is quite complicated. All right, so in here you can also put as many conditional statement as you want. So this is the syntax for this one. So we have the first condition. So if this is true, then this will be executed. However, if this is not true, then it will proceed to another condition, okay? Which is, let's say, this one. And if this one is true, then this will be executed. And again, if this is not true, and this is not true, then it cannot find any true statement anymore. Then it will fall on the false statement right here, okay? So basically, the first thing that the Visual Basic will do, it will find a true condition. Okay, so if we have 5 true condition, it will find one of true condition that will fit. Okay, and if it cannot find any true condition in there, then it will fall on this code right here, false code. So this is very useful because you will know that there is no true statement that has been made. Okay, everything is false. Okay, that's one way to verify if you have correct or true statement that is happening. Okay, if it's false, then it will fall right here. Anyway, so we have this example right here. If this is true, this will be executed. If this is true, this will be executed. Okay, so it cannot be that there is two true condition, okay, wherein they are very exact. That is the reason why you are putting as many conditions as you want, because all of those conditions are different with each other, and then of course different statements below them. Okay, so it will always fall on one true condition. If none of those were true, then it will fall on the false code right here, or false statement right here. Okay, which is balance is equal to balance minus check. So you don't need to analyze what is the meaning of those. It's just an idea, okay, on what will happen. All right, so anyway, let's do this one sample problem number 11. So create a VB project that enables the user to input shape names using text box. So circle, triangle, etc., etc., and display the number of sides the inputted shapes has. If the text doesn't match one of these shapes, display not a valid shape. So this is a perfect for this if-else-if condition right here. So this is sample problem number 11. So let me just check if we already have that one. Number 11. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So let's try this one out. So input shape, say circle. So we expect 0 number of sides. So square is 4. Rectangle is 4. And what else? Octagon. Octagon is 8. Okay. Hexagon is 6. Okay. Nonagon is 9. Okay, so each one of those has one true condition, and then it will execute the statement below them. So if the shape is not available, let's say any random name of shape, then it will show this one invalid inputted shape. Okay, meaning it's not part of the coverage of your program. So if you're going to check this one, this will only accept up to 12 sides of shape. So if we are going to put here, let's say the next name of the number of shape, I don't know what is the name of that one, let's say 13 number of shapes, it will fall on this false statement right here. Invalid inputted shape. Okay, so yeah, that's how this one works. So did you guys get the idea on how to use multiple conditions and then multiple statements? Okay, that's a good thing. All right, so you can always, go back on this video, or if we have, yeah, so we have the solution right here. You can always base your code and copy this one. So in here, it's only up to decagon, but in my program, it's up to dodecagon, yeah, up to 12. So you can put the 13, 14, 15 sides if you want, as long as, of course, you need to search that one on the internet, unless you already know the names of those uh, higher number of counts of counts of sides of that shape. Okay, so that's it for 11A, and then we have here 11B. Do we have that one? Okay, let me just check. Uh, Not new project, open project. 11, 11, 11. Okay, we haven't created that one yet. For that one, okay, let's create that one. And Windows Forms. And let's name this one sample problem number 11B. Okay, still on branching. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, we have a group box right here. That's the one thing that we need to put for now. Group box. And then change the name into choose shape. Same time, let's change the font size into 35. And we need a lot of radio buttons. So radio button 1, I guess the size is too big. Say maybe 20. So in here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. 5. I can copy that one to make things easier, but they are inverted. Oh no. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, you only need one. 11. And we have here a label. Is that just a text box? You don't need a label. No, not a text box, right? It's a button. Button. Oops, you don't need that one. You don't need that one. And change the text into number of sides. Let's change the font size into 25. And then next to it is a text box. let's make this one multi-line. At the same time, let's change the font size into 25. Oops. There you go. So for the first one, we have circle, triangle, square. Okay, let's do this one by one. Circle, triangle, square. Is it rectangle? Okay. Pentagon, hexagon. Pentagon for 5. Hexagon for 6. And then hexagon for 7. And then octagon for 8. And then nonagon for 9. And decagon for 10. And what's next? Undecagon. Decagon for 11. And then 11. Decagon 11. Yeah. And then duodecagon. You guys might be wondering why this one undecagon. Uh, it actually has another name, but in here it's named the undecagon. So you can search for the other name of the 11 sides. So if you want, it has another name. Anyway, so the one that we need to program is this one, this button right here. And we have to declare, if you're going to declare, okay, let's try if it will right away. If text box, radio button 1 is equal to true, then oops, then it will display text box 1. Is it text box 1? Yeah. 0 sides, just 0. Okay, for the radio button 1. Else if, so another condition, radio button 2 that check is equal to true, then text box 2 that text is equal to 1. Okay, else if, so just keep on doing this one. Else if radio button 3 that check is equal to true, then text, what is this text box? Text box 1. Text box 1 that text is equal to 2. So we can copy and paste this one. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Radio button 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexagon is 5. Let's see if it's correct. No. Circle, triangle. It's 4, 0, 1. My bad. Okay, this one should be 3. Okay, this one should be 4. And this one should be 5. Okay, because after circle, it's not triangle. We don't have two sides of shape. Okay, and yeah, so just keep on copying this one. Oops. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 7, 8, 9. How many minutes do we have more? And so still have 5 minutes. And that's already plenty. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, perfect. Else, so you don't need to put if anymore if this is already your false statement. Else, will display on text box text invalid. Okay, there is no else in here anymore actually. Okay, because you don't have random inputs. Our only input is we're just going to check, okay, those radio buttons. Okay, so those are already enough. Okay, so if it's triangle, I mean circle, it's a 0. If it's triangle, it's 3, square 4, pentagon 5, hexagon 6, nonagon 9, dodecagon is 12. Okay, so yeah, that's how you create the previous program and transforming that one into uh, or using a radio button. Okay, all right, so are we clear so far? Did you guys get the idea on how to use a radio button at the same time the if else statement? All right, so at least there were two. Okay, so we'll stop here for now. What slide did we stop? uh, we created that one by one, but the solution is already in here. Okay, so I should have just copy and pasted that one on my code. Anyway, all right. So we'll continue this one, sample problem number 12, next meeting. So this one is, on creating a bingo application. So in here, if we have 30, let's say 34, it will display letter N. Okay, so we have here the range 1 to 15 is B, 16 to 30 is I, 31 to 45 is N, etc. etc. For those who are playing bingo, so you guys already know this one, okay? But in my case, I don't know the range, okay? So in here, we're going to use numeric up down, okay? So the function of numeric up down, so it's similar with the text box. It's just that we have a button, up down button in here. So up for incrementing and then down for decrementing. Okay. So anytime that you will put or you will click this numeric up down here, it will trigger the entire code right here. And then it will display the corresponding letter on this text box. Okay. So yeah, that's it for now. We'll just continue the rest next meeting. This coming Friday, of course. Okay. So, any questions so far? Question or clarification that you guys would like to ask? If none, then just give me a thumbs up and you may now go. Okay. Okay. So, thank you, Mr. Stanton. You may now go. Thank you, Mr. Giovanni, Mr. Adrian, Mr. Christian. Okay, Miss Shashi, Miss Danny Chris, Mr. Christian, Mr. Ramji, okay, Miss Nova. Okay, so all right. So yeah, that's it for now. And then just be prepared for your quizzes. Okay, I already did mention that one a while ago. Okay, so goodbye and thank you guys for coming. See you guys on Friday.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Goodbye and thank you too.